How to Read Literature Like a Professor, Chapter 21. What might physical marks or imperfections symbolize? These marks are used for character differentiation, being different. Physical imperfections often represent psychological, emotional, and moral imperfections. They can also be a representation of the damage life inflicts or symbols of personal history. For example, Harry Potter's scar is a symbol of his encounter with Voldemort and the loss of his parents.
How can landscapes be marked as well? What might it mean? Marked landscapes can indicate the significance such as a historic event taking place there.
Beyond the individual, what can imperfection or deformity indicate? These indicate the challenges that possibly a hero has gone through. They can also represent the destruction of possibilities. Furthermore, they can represent society as a whole that has been rendered barren, spiritually, morally, intellectually, and sexually, often due to war. An example of this can be seen in The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot, which talks about World War I.
What are some of the symbolic indications of monsters in literature? A symbolic indication of monsters would be the monsters representing forbidden insights, a modern pact with the devil, and the result of science without ethics. Another indication would be the monster in the novel is an idea of man forging an alliance with unholy dark knowledge. An example of a monster in literature would be Frankenstein and how the Industrial Revolution after the Enlightenment is feared at his freakishness. An example from Chapter 21, Marks for Greatness, would be Hemingway's version of Fisher King. The main character, Jake Barnes, is a wounded veterinarian, and his injuries from war symbolize the destruction of possibilities accomplished by war.
Nemo's lucky fin. Because of his small fin, he's set apart from other fish because he has a swimming disability. He makes up for this with his bravery. The fin symbolizes his father's feeling of protectiveness because it came from a shark attack where Nemo's siblings and mothers died. Because of it, he's afraid of losing his loved ones and becomes overprotective of Nemo. After Nemo was captured, he could either wait for his dad to come save him or try and escape with the plan of plugging the water filter. His small fin is symbolic of another great challenge he has to overcome, since that makes it hard for him to be a good swimmer. In spite of this, he goes ahead and tries to escape anyway, and in the process faces some trouble swimming when the pebble comes loose and the flow of water is too strong for him to swim against. After being reunited with his father, he sees fish being taken away in a net and wants to go save them. In order to do so, he has to swim down against the net with a lot of force, something that's hard for Nemo to do because of his disability. Once again, he has to overcome this obstacle and fight against the humans. Ultimately, he saves the fish and also proves to himself and his father that he is strong enough to overcome the challenges his deformity causes. In the story, Nemo has a deformed fin. This serves as the marking Foster calls for in characters who become heroes or become great. If Nemo had a normal fin, he would have never felt the need to prove himself and never would have shown extraordinary bravery.
This is a list of authors and texts in Chapter 21 that the author mentions.